Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome to a video here. I'm going to review I have a small collection, guys, of G.I. Joe Classified. So this is the fairly new line it's not new, but it's been around for just a few years from the Hasbro, I believe, Hasbro company. So I'm a huge fan of G.I. Joe. Of course, I'm an 80s kid. So I grew up watching G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero. And I did have the original little, I think they're like 3.5-inch figures from back in the 80s for the G.I. Joe Real American Hero cartoon. And these are the classified figures, which I believe I want to say like 5 inches or so, between 5 or 6 inches around there. But they're really cool figures. But it's not my favorite line. Let's just say that out of Hasbro and Mattel, I do prefer Mattel figures. So I do want to start there, but I just wanted to do a quick, I just wanted to share with you guys my small collection. I have more, but these are some of my favorite figures in my classified G.I. Joe collection. So I hope you enjoy it. Okay, guys? So first we have Timber and Snake Eyes. Really cool, awesome. Snake Eyes was like a ninja type guy. He was always fighting Storm Shadow, which I don't have. I wish I had Storm Shadow, but I do not have Storm Shadow. So this is a very cool figure. Again, the articulation on these figures is okay, but they seem to be very stiff. The articulations are they're pretty much really hard to like move and like bend the knee and stuff and bend the elbows. And I really just don't really mess with them. I really just display them in my case where I keep my figures. But I don't really mess with them. Obviously, they're just for collecting purposes. They're not for playing really. But I do admire them. They're cool figures. So again, this is Snake Eyes and Timber, and this is Snake Eyes from the back. So the cool thing also about the figures from G.I. Joe Classified is that they're able to hold all their gear or all their weapons on them. So you'll always have, like, right here you can see Snake Eyes has his sword. He's got his like Uzi type gun. He's got his arrow, his other gun here. Looks like it shoots arrows. He's got I believe this is a knife down here and a gun, a handgun down here. So they're able to hold all their weapons. That's pretty cool about the classified line, that they are able to hold all their weapons. You don't ever have to just choose between which one you want the figure to be holding. You can display them holding all their weapons or their weapons on them. Okay, so that's the first one, Snake Eyes and Timber. By the way, Timber, very cool figure. The animals that come in this line are very cool, guys. Very good quality. And they do have some articulation, but they're really, really cool. The next one I have is, I'll go with Shipwrecked here. And again, Shipwrecked is a cool figure. He's obviously not one of my favorites, but he is a cool figure. His hat comes off, which I think he looks kind of weird because he's bald. Or actually he has a little bit of hair. No, he's actually bald. When you take off his hat, his sailor hat here, he's bald. So I just leave it on. And it's funny because in the cartoon, I never saw Shipwrecked with without his hat. He always had the little sailor hat on. So, and then this is, I believe, Polly is his parrot. So as you can see, they're not very I need to get some stands, but they don't stand very well. They're kind of just very stiff figures, very difficult to kind of maneuver. So that's Shipwrecked. And let me see, I'll turn them around here. And then you can see from the back. And there's Polly there on his arms. So they're pretty cool, but again, not my favorite line. Hasbro is definitely not my favorite line. Another one of my figures, guys, here is one of the Dreadnoks. So I believe this is Ripper. I want to say, I don't know the names of the Dreadnoks very well, but I think this is Ripper. And actually, for this figure, guys, I had to actually glue his glasses, his sunglasses, because his glasses kept falling off. So I actually had to, I think I crazy glued them. And then you see how right here, I'm not sure if that's on purpose, but on his arm right here, he does have a some kind of paint or something going on there. I'm not sure if the lighting is going to be able to catch that, but sorry for the lighting, guys. But they're cool figures, but like, again, guys, in my opinion, I'm just not a huge fan of Hasbro. I was going to say Castro, of Hasbro. But I mean, they are what they are. You know, but again, I really just do prefer Mattel figures. I know I keep saying that, but they're not. You can see even his torso here is kind of like loose. You know, they're just, I don't know. But I'm not. I really, as of a few months back, guys, I really don't collect these anymore. But I have these in my collection. They do make up part of my figure collection. The other one I have, and I'll put these guys together, is Destro and Evil. This is not Evil Lynn. This is the Baroness. I'm sorry, I want to say Evil. See, I'm confusing her with He-Man. But that's the Baroness and Destro. Very cool. Cool figures for what they are. They're pretty cool. But I stopped collecting classified figures, like I said, probably like a few months back. I was just disappointed with them. I really didn't like the articulation, the way you had to kind of really, you know, tuggle with them, and they were just very stiff on the articulation points. And I just some of the figures were really loose, and you know, like in the ankle or places, you know, where they weren't supposed to be. But they are what they are. Again, not my favorite figures, but they're in my collection. And then I'll show you guys the Baroness here from the back. And actually, Lady J is a recent one that I think that was the last figure I ever picked up. And I found her on clearance for like $5 at the Walmart. And there's Destro from the back. So Destro actually stands a lot better than the Baroness. But if you have stands for them, I do recommend you get stands for the figures, because I don't have stands for these figures. I mean, I have a few stands, but I don't really have enough for all these figures. But I do recommend that you would buy stands, because it makes it a lot easier just to stand them up there. So that's the Baroness and Destro. And then the last three I want to show you guys. These are my favorite. They were some of my favorite villains in the cartoon. Of course, it's Tomax and Zaymok, the twins. And they're really cool. I mean, they were just some of my favorite characters from the cartoon, from the original Real American Hero G.I. Joe cartoon. And of course, the Crimson Guard is they're, you know, the guys who protected them. And these are army builders. So I just have one, but you can buy like 10 of them, 20 of them, because they're in the cartoon. The Crimson Guard was the ones that guarded the twins, the evil twins, right? I forget which one is Zaymok and which one is Tomax. But they're really cool. These were my favorite villains, and these army builders, the Crimson Guard, were some of my favorite troops to have. And I might, if I find Crimson Guards, I might army build them. I might buy like 10 of them if I find them like on clearance. But so far I haven't found them on clearance. They don't really come down on price. They're, you know, they stay to the same price that they originally priced them at retail at Walmart. By the way, these Walmart, for the most part, these G.I. Joe Classified, the retro backs, are Walmart exclusive. You won't find them at Target. Like I believe this one, you will not find him at Target. You will only find him at Walmart, if you find him, or the Walmart website. So that's pretty much it, guys, for my G.I. Joe Classified collection. Again, I do have a little more figures, but not many. It is my smallest collection. My bigger collection is the Motu from Mattel, and the WWE action figures, also from Mattel. But thank you guys for watching, and you guys have a good day. Have a good weekend. Take care. Signing off.